Alright, what's going on guys, Clopperdux here, back in another YouTube video here today. As always, hope you guys are all having a great day so far. I haven't done this video in literally years. This is the part 2 of a video I made way back in like season 6 when the Fortnite videos came out the first time, I guess. Dude, that was such a long time ago. And I was kind of doing it a lazy way. Thank God they added presets nowadays, but by the title you can tell this is literally the most top 25 godly combos of all time, in my opinion. Um, you know, people used to say, well, I'm just probably going to start this video off with lame combos to show y'all first, but I don't want to kill y'all's interest, so I'm literally going to do the best combos firsthand, instead of just saving the best for last. So I picked skins from like pretty much universally used. I use a lot of collabs, I'm not going to lie, because that's how it brings the viewers' attention, but there's some like regular original skins in here too. But this is, in my opinion, the most top 5 godly combos ever. I try to use skins that everyone that everyone has a skin of, or that's always been used, or some rare ones in here too, like a wonder. But I try to use skins that people normally use, or basically a lot of skins that everyone has. And first off, I'm gonna start off with a bang. I'm just gonna go straight to ChunLi. Let's just be honest here. This is, in my opinion, the most godly combo you can make for ChunLi possible. A lot of people use her. All memes aside, she's a good skin. I think we know why everyone uses her, but but this is, in my opinion, the most godly way you're gonna like presentate ChunLi in the Fortnite Battle Royale world. This Backwing you can get by, I forgot that challenge, but it's already over with. You basically got it for doing challenges, going around getting tokens, but this is, in my opinion, the best backbling for her. It just fits so well with her outfit and color scheme. There's even another one I recommend, but I'm not a big fan of like poofy backblings that basically pop out. Let me find it. This one right here. It is called the Shiro. This is a good one too if you have this backbling. This one has a good color scheme. It fits the color scheme. You see, it just fits perfect overall. Um, I ain't gonna lie. I was playing Save the World one day. As soon as ChunLi came out through the item shop, I bought her, right, and then I went straight to Save the World, and someone had the same skin on, and I see him using this. This fits so well with ChunLi because you're not gonna see her using big ass pickaxes and all that. So I think the nunchucks is a good example, a good way of representing the character Street Fighter from Street Fighter. This is a good pickaxe in my opinion. A lot of people use some other weird pickaxes, but I think the nunchucks, even the color scheme, look at that. Or you can use her normal, pickaxe from her set, but it even fits the color scheme. But I recommend the nunchucks. They look way cooler. And this is the most godly, glider you're gonna get for her because it literally fits the color scheme. Look, she has like what, blue and gold pretty much. And this is the most perfect glider for ChunLi. I don't care what anyone says. This is, in my opinion, the most perfect glider for ChunLi. Contrails don't really matter. I always use this one personally. I just like the color scheme. And then for the weapon wrap you're going to use, I think a lot of people know this, but use the Stinger one. The only bad thing is, I wish they didn't. You know how it like kind of shines. I wish it was just straight up, blue and yellow. Kind of not to a shine could, but it's still a godly weapon camo for her. If you haven't picked up this camo and you had ChunLi, I'd highly recommend. Even look, the cool thing about this combo is it will even work if you just put her on a regular ChunLi. It still works. Everything works perfectly, in my opinion. At least with this one, you might want to put on the poofy cat one, Shiro. That fits a lot better, but it still goes either way. So, yeah, most godly ChunLi combo. I don't care what anyone says. Next up, I'm just gonna go from first place to last at this point. Harley Quinn. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. When you see up here, all the way until like right here, some of these are down bad. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these are just my personal favorites, but I stopped making. I haven't did a preset in a while. This is my last one. Literally from Master Chief all the way up to right here. I just made not too long ago, just so I can make this video. But Harley Quinn, I gotta make some updates to her. I totally forgot. I already know what camo she needs. The hot and cold Harley Quinn Suicide Squad edition from the 2016 film, I believe. I think this is a good representation. The boom, it just represents Harley's, savage, crazy, psychotic character. And even the Harley hitter, she always uses it even in the animated universe, even in the movies. I think this is the most even in the games, this is the most perfect freaking pickaxe for her. A lot of people use the bat for her, I understand. She does use it that just as much, but I think the punchline is probably the best pickaxe for her. And even the glider, a lot of people don't realize this, but I think this fits her character so well. Kaboom, she's crazy like that. Like if you actually picture Harley Quinn diving off the sky on some crazy like Suicide Squad mission, this is what she would probably use if Waller was like, "Hey, Harley, go make a freaking thing you can jump off from the sky," and this is what Harley would do, in my opinion. Freaking Contra. I know I'm not gonna be talking about Contras too much, but this is way too perfect not to like pass up the boom. You see that? It is basically from the TNT in a set. It's basically a lot of inspiration comes from that set, but it fits so well with Harley's character. In my opinion, I think I like it. Hot and cold. This is like this literally perfect. Like her, it fits her color scheme and everything. So Harley Quinn. This is the most godly Suicide Squad Harley Quinn you're gonna get. I'm not gonna show that one because I'm not gonna show these series. These are just personally down bad combos. I still show them. Screw it. My Calamity. I haven't updated this in a minute, but you know, it's just classic cowgirl type of attire. It would even work the same if you like do her stage 1 or stage 2. I like her stage 2 the best in my opinion. But yeah, I just haven't updated these in a while. These are just my personal favorites. Actually, the cowboy combo, aka the rustler, I will show off. You pretty much use your stuff from the set. I think it's just perfect. I don't think it needs no change, no adjustments. Uh, you don't really need a backwing for this because I don't know. She already has something strapped to her back. It wouldn't make sense to add a backpack, right? And then for her pickaxe, that's it's too perfect to pass up. Her glider, you can use the crossfire. It fits that western cowboy themed, or cowboy, I should say. And yeah, Rustler, and that's a good combo for me. This is my personal favorite. I don't think this is never before seen. I used to rock this skin a lot back in Save the World. I kind of used it a little too much, so I stopped using her. But she's still literally my top 3 favorite skins. Bright Bomber. This is the most godly Bright Bomber combo of all time. I personally made this up because it's like, how can I make this skin way better looking than what it already is? This is the most godly Bright Bomber, not Bomber, Beast Bomber combo you'll ever get. It's just way too perfect. Even they made a glider based on her shirt right here, as you can see, from the Battle Pass. I forgot which season it was, but this is literally the perfect representation of what you're gonna get. This is literally the most perfect combo for Beast Bomber, in my opinion. One of my top 3 favorite skins of all time in Fortnite. What's her name, Sunstrider? Yeah, she's just as cool. She's gonna be this lifeguard chick. This is perfect. The reason why I use this pickaxe because I believe in the Fortnite Mirrors season 6 trailer, I think she used this to knock down something when she was talking to the other lifeguard. I don't know if y'all remember that trailer, but that's where I got this pickaxe inspiration from, which she basically uses for the trailer. The lifeguard glider. I mean, it came from her set. So, but other than that, this freaking backplane, you're gonna get this from, I think it was chapter 2 season 1, from that one chick that looked like a Pokemon trainer. This is the most perfect one. She's a lifeguard, so she's gonna need some equipment, obviously. Bubbles, yeah, this is a godly combo in my opinion. This is not really it's a godly one. A lot of people use Shadow Out, so I'm just gonna mention it. This was literally my go-to season 1 outfit. I retired her because I would use her during like tournaments, or not. Or it wasn't tournaments at the time. It was like arena and all that. I would use Shadow Ops the most times. You can ask literally everyone I played with. I use the skin so much. I rarely change my skin. This is my personal favorite. The pickaxe is. Don't worry about the pickaxe. I just forgot to change it. That was for her other style. That's why I had that white theme to it. But Shadow Ops, you're gonna want to use a shield. I personally would use the Black Knight shield if you did have a Season 2 account. I don't have one, that's why I have to use this red one, but it still fits a color scheme. It's just the black one would be a lot better because she's kind of all around black. But even the red is a nice touch. But if you have the Black Knight shield, I would recommend using that if you have it. Her weapon wrap is just too good to pass up. You see that black and red, the color scheme. The Contra, I do want to mention, that's the most perfect Contra for Shadow Ops, hands down. My personal favorite skin back in season 1 is She-Hulk. She's cool. You have to use her when she's obviously She-Hulk in order for this combo to work. Yeah, I mean it's really nothing much to it. You just use her, literally her Hulk smashers. It's gonna look a little bit big. I wish they kind of like, I don't know how to say it, like kind of clip it in her hands where it actually looks like she's using her fist, but it's alright. It's just cool. Glider, you just use She-Hulk on top of that. Her contrail, use of Doctor Doom, is going to give off the gamma radiation vibes. Even for her weapon wrap, you don't have to use hers personally. You can. There's another one I recommend using, the bubbly. It fits the color scheme well. Green on green, it's just perfect. Other than that, She-Hulk's weapon wrap just works just as much. So yeah, another godly combo. This one's called what's this skin called? Hogstopper. She reminds me of Scarlet from Mortal Kombat. If y'all haven't played that one, if y'all read the MKX comics, this is basically the inspiration from that. Uh, MK9, she looks a lot different than what she looked from MK11 because she was definitely not wearing that much clothes. But they re-released the skin, I believe. It's one of those classic packs. Basically, Scarlet, she wore this like super black skin tight suit. This is an inspiration from that. I don't think Fortnite themselves got an inspiration off Scarlet, but it literally looks like Scarlet. I kid you not. Backbling, I mean, it don't get any godlier than this. The reason why I use these knives, because she, in Mortal Kombat 11, she uses these dagger type of things. Yeah, I think even in 9 too. She uses these daggers in 11 and 9, MK9 and MK11. So that's where I got this inspiration for this pickaxe from. The glider, I just found the most red glider possible. I wish for the contrail, I gotta update this one too. I wish they had some kind of like blood type of contrail. Obviously, Fortnite doesn't have blood in it, but I think this one can work just as well. The Carnage one, I think it's just as godly. It kind of looks like blood, so actually, I think that does look like blood. It's not blood, obviously, but it looks like blood. It just needs like a liquid form. This is kind of like a solid form. And red, just pick anything red for the freaking weapon wrap. So next up, we got, which one did I make? Stoneheart, one of my personal favorites from the later Chapter 1 season. Pretty much for her, you're just going to want to use her set, basically. Actually, they came out with this, what is it called? Fortnite crew skin, so this is a good backlink for her in my opinion. For the glider, you're gonna want to use this. It fits the color scheme well. Kind of reminds you of like Greek mythology. And even for the contrail, this is literally the most perfect contrail you're gonna get for Stoneheart. She's kind of like this Love Ranger type thing, but the female version of it. This is the most probably best contrail you're gonna get for her. Even for the weapon wrap, this is godly. Anything that has pink in it, pretty much. But I think this is perfect for her. So another godly combo for this video. Psylocke, she's a Marvel, or she's an X-Men character from the animated series. She's been, previously iterated into the X-Men Apocalypse, but you just pretty much want to use anything with purple in it. I mean, it fits so perfectly well. I would use Midas Shadow. It fits so well with the color scheme. The other ones I had, it's just basically anything purple. For glider, at the time I couldn't buy the glider, so I'm just going to update it now. It's basically anything purple will work for Psylocke. So, next up, Snake Eyes. I was so relieved when they bring him back. He looked like this cool ninja, all black, this silver visor. He looks dope, bro. You're going to pretty much use anything to set. I'll use this Wakandan glider. Because, Snake Eyes is all about that danger, so he's going to be gliding on something if he's falling off in the sky. Yeah, just pretty much use anything that's a black type of, oh, this one's perfect. This just came out too. I just earned this from the Battle Pass. Use the Darth Vader one. That's the first time that ever happened where I changed my mind mid-video. But use the Darth Vader wrap on Snake Eyes. Way too top-notch. That's way too cool. I know I don't have that much male skins on here because I always use a lot of female skins. I'm going to try to, when I make a part 3 one day, maybe, I'm going to try to use a lot more male skins. It's just Fortnite, everyone uses female skins, let's be honest. Deadpool, you're going to pretty much use anything that's set. I picked with the knife. I know you're supposed to go with the katana because he uses that a lot, but I think swords are overrated. There's gonna be times where he ain't gonna be able to use his swords, so that's why I stuck with the knife. But I mean, any sword, literally, you can even use the Snake Eyes one we just seen. It'll fit well with the character. I mean, you can't really change Deadpool. So next up, Black Widow 2021 version. I wish I had the OG Black Widow with the all black because I kind of prefer that more. I wish this face model was on that old suit of Black Widow. I mean, they could at least give her a black style of the suit, because it's all white like in the movies. They could have gave her a black style, but it's still a cool skull nonetheless. Pretty much, if you have the OG Black Widow set, I would recommend using the singular one. I mean, she does use this in the movie, so it makes sense why they gave her a dually type of Widow's Fangs. The glider, just basically use anything in her set. I forgot to update this because I haven't updated this in a while, but for the weapon wrap, you're going to want to use this one from a recent battle pass. There it is. It's called 2.0's Revenge. It fits so with the color scheme and everything. I think it's the perfect type of weapon wrap for Black Widow 2021. I wish I had the OG Black Widow, but hopefully it'll come back one day. So next up, Master Chief, you're going to want to use anything to set. I think the Shooting Star conch shell makes a huge, important impact on this skin because he's always falling off in the sky. He's always in space and falling into planets. So that's why I bring the skin up, because if you have this is from season 3 or season 4, so a lot of people might not have this contrail, but I think if you do have it, it fits the character so well. I wish I had the Mag Black one because this weapon rack will fit perfectly, but I think you can just sign in on the Xbox Cloud thing. You can get the black style like that, but if you have the matte black style, use the Shadow Seal. I think you get this from challenges, so a lot of these, I should have mentioned in the beginning of the video, a lot of these cosmetics, a lot of people are not going to have because they're mainly based off challenges. So, next up, Tina. I have this version of her. I think this is a good combo for her. She kind of has this cartoony look. Oh, snap, that's why. This was meant for Cammy. That's why you see a lot of green. I remember this. Actually, made updated. Yeah, this is for Cammy. Cammy do not use a backbling for her. Everything's gonna look stupid because her hair is like kind of long. You see how it phases through the backbling. Whatever backbling you use is gonna phase to her. I think this one kind of fits well, but you can see how like the wings are not even hanging on to her back. That's why I don't like a lot of these backblings in Fortnite, because they don't tend to like clip very well. You see, it's not even on her back, bro. The hair is just kind of in the way. So for Cammy, I'd recommend not using a back bling because I think her hair out is just perfect. This even works for the other style, her original style. They just gave her pants on this one. Anything green, like I said. There is another weapon wrap I want to recommend, the Riptide. I think this fits perfect for her other style because she has this camo look. If you do have a green camo, I think they released one. I would recommend using that, but I think this color scheme fits so well. I would use a parachute because the Master Chief back blings or glider is pretty big. So for Cammy, use anything green possible. This is a perfect skin, in my opinion. One of my favorite Street Fighter skins. Zachary just made this one today. The schoolgirl look, I think it's perfect. You gotta use the MJ's back bling because it fits so well with their schoolgirl look. The back plate, you see how the books are hanging out. It just fits so well. I would use the nunchucks too. I use this because it fits the color scheme. You get this for doing a reboot challenge a while back, but I would use the nunchucks for this one. For her glider, you can use the ChunLi one I mentioned earlier. So it does kind of fit the color scheme, but I like this one better. The Rhinestone Rider. And then for the contrail, doesn't matter. But I think for the weapon wrap, I think you use the recently one from that one chick from the, I think it's level 1 weapon wrap. I think it fits perfect for color scheme. Even for the other style, I have to mention that. Let me hurry up and change it real quick. I think this is the most perfect colorway right here. Hold on, I got you guys. Just give me a second. Almost there. For her pickaxe, I wish I had it, but it's the one that Ruby has. I don't know. I think I know which one I'm talking about. It's the one that Ruby has. It's in her set. It's like a kind of like an Adidas striped. You know how her pants are like that, or her shorts, I should say, with the white stripes. It's gonna be a pickaxe from the Ruby set. It's gonna be all red and has that white stripe on it. I think that would be perfect. I think a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. But for her fighter, where's it at? I'll just go with like. Let's go with this. Screw it. So this is another Sakura style, Sakura, I should say. Oh yeah, I mentioned this one earlier. That was from the first one. Wonder Woman next up. One of my personally favorite skins. One of my top 10 most used skins. The reason why I went with the shield look, because in the movie she literally uses a shield and a sword. I don't know why Fortnite decided to give her a kind of like a battle axe type of thing. I think she rarely uses. I mean, I know she uses it in the comics, but like in the recent DC animated movies, and even in the DCEU, I don't think she uses this as much. I don't think she ever used a battle axe. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's why I went with the sword. This is from Taskmaster. That's even use the shield. Even though I don't have the Wonder Woman logo on it, I think it fits well because while you're in game, you can literally pull out the sword from that Backwing and use the sword at the same time. So it's kind of cool look. Her glider, you're gonna want to use the wings because I wish they gave her Wonder Woman in 1984 style, where it's all gold, because this glider would be perfect for that, in my opinion. And then for her weapon wrap, just use a hot and cold or anything all red, pretty much, and yeah, you're good to go for that. So next up, Laura Croft, one of my personal new favorite skins. I'm using her kind of like classic look because a lot of people use this style right here in tournaments. It's a sweaty version of it. Pretty much they use this one in like a golf pickaxe or kind of like a driver type of pickaxe. But you know everyone knows that combo, so that's why I didn't mention it. But Laura Croft's classic style, I gave her the old back that she used in the games. I use this quarterstaff, raised quarterstaff, because I think when you're going out on an adventure, you're gonna use these type of things to get away across the the world, because that's what she's doing. She's going across the world doing adventures. Or you can use a regular pocket knife because, or what's the thing called where you like trim off the limbs off trees because they're in the way? Pretty much like a machete type of thing. This fits so perfect for skin. Parachute. I do have to mention the weapon wrap because I was for the longest just like, man, this skin's good, but they don't have like a good weapon wrap that fits her like color scheme. And it still kind of doesn't. It's kind of too bright for the color scheme, but I think this is the closest it's gonna get for this style at least. I don't think there's any teal type of weapon wraps, but this is as close as it's gonna get. I think it fits the color scheme. You see how it's kind of a little bit brighter than that. I think this is gonna be okay right here. So yeah, this is probably as good as it's gonna get for her combo. I'm impressed with it nonetheless. So if you have Wonder Skin, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. But this is probably the most godliest it's gonna get. This is, in my personal opinion, the best way you're gonna, flex off Wonder. So you're gonna obviously have Wonder Skin, but this Backwing you only earned from the Zone Wars challenges a while back. A lot of people couldn't get this, so there's an alternate solution when the Zone Wars skins come back, which is that like pretty much this purple blue type of Omega Knight female version of that. I forgot her name. She comes back a lot, but you're gonna want to get this back playing because it literally fits the color scheme so well. So either of these two will work. It fits the color scheme so well. Her pickaxe, I'm a little bit controversial on this because she has so many good pickaxes you can use. This is personally probably the closest you're gonna get as fitting in the color scheme of Wonder. But I use this sparkle sight a lot, just as much, because I think it fits the color scheme as well. There's a lot of them you can really use for Wonder. A lot of color scheme. This one works as well. Um, Even for our glider choice or a Backwing choice, you can use this purple type of guitar thing. I think anything purple, even this Raven one, anything purple will pretty much fit the Wonder skin. But this Contra, I do have to mention, fits perfectly, in my opinion, for Wonder. There's even another one that's kind of similar to it. It's this one, the Swirl. No, this one's godly. This literally fits the color scheme right here of the Wonder skin. These two contrails is crucial to flex off this Wonder skin, so I'd recommend that. And then for the weapon wrap, a lot of people use this one for Wonder. I recently bought it just to kind of join on the hype, but I think Kevin fits just as much. I think this one, this Dark Series one, even the Storm one, I think you earned this during the Battle Pass. This fits perfectly for it. There's a lot of good, like this one right here. You see, anything purple will fit. This feed one, you earned this from killing the Storm King back a while back. Um, this Onyx Cloud, this new one you get for National Women's Day, I think it's just as good. There's a lot of good ones out there, man. I ain't gonna lie. This Zero Bloom fits there. There was one more. Yeah, Midas Shadow. I think any of these will work. It's crucial. You're gonna need those to flex off Wonder. It's good. It's as good as it's gonna get. World Warrior. Notice it's like, why'd you use that backplate? It doesn't fit the color scheme. There's a why coming. I mean, it's in the name. World Cub, World Warrior. Having the whole world on her back. I mean, that's literally a perfect way of describing the overall character. The Sparkle Sight is probably the best pickaxe to use for her. I couldn't really find anything else that fits her color scheme well. Maybe this like Fortnite birthday one, but it doesn't fit the tone of it because she's supposed to be like this like grand prize, this World Cup winner, and I think having cake as a pickaxe is kind of goofy in my opinion. But either that or the Storm King Fest, I think that one will work just as well. Pickaxe or the backwings, not the backwings, the freaking gliders. This one literally fits the color scheme. She has that white her, she has that purple on her. This is from the Season 9 Battle Pass, but if not, if you want to give like a Neo tilted type of vibe, I'll use a holographic one for her. It kind of looks just as cool. Even the umbrella from the last reality, I think those are good. Even this contrail works well. I will say I did not pick up her weapon wrap when it came out at the time. If you do have a weapon wrap, I think it's the most perfect, obvious choice to use for her, but I couldn't pick it up, so I had to go with an alternative. I think Maximum Drift does the trick well. So next up, we have the Nogop skin. Personally, one of my favorite Christmas skins of all time. This skin can go a lot of ways as far as the combos. A lot of people would use the Candy Axe for her, but I think this is just as good. The reason why I don't mention it in the video, or even show it on the video because I don't have it, but I think the Candy Axe is literally the most perfect pickaxe you can have for Nogops. As far as the weapon camos go, I think this can go a long ways. I use this one personally, it fits the color scheme pretty well. I know I said that a lot in this video, but it really, color scheme is key as far as like the combos, how these combos work. Well wrap will work just as much. There was one more too that was just good. I think it's Twinkly. I think it was this one that I forgot to mention, but yeah. As far as like the weapon camos go, this one will work just as well. Anything Christmas related. The Backwing, there's like 3 different ones that I can personally think of on the top of my head. These combo wreath, I think you get this from the battle pass from Santa Claus or Sergeant Claus or something like that. There was this green shield one, let me find it. This one right here, you got this, they're doing challenges. I forgot what season it was, but this one fits this one, this Christmas type of war battle theme, you know. This Prezzer one, basically anything Christmassy. This new one came out recently where you do the challenges for the creative match. I think it kind of works, but not really. This elf shield, just as good. I mean, anything Christmas related is really going to make this a banger type of, you know, combo. But as far as the concho, this is the only thing I can mention. This is probably as perfect as going to get as far as concho. I really can't see any other concho fitting this character. This game, you can make so many godly combos with this combo, or this skin, I must say. I will admit that. That's why I mentioned it in this video, because it's commonly used. A lot of people have it. I think you can do so much with the skin, so many combinations, so many outcomes, you know. So I think the skin is just as good. Personally, one of my top 10 favorites. Aura skin, I know I said I was going to try to avoid skins that are like sweaty and are super commonly used. Like this one was super commonly used back in like season 1 or early chapter 2, I would say too. And this in Crystal, but I mean, she's too good to pass up. So many combinations. If you have the John Wick coin, that's literally the most perfect one. The reason why I don't show in this video is because I didn't earn it at the time. But this is probably the second best Backwing. This is from the season 8 tier 100 skin. This is probably the most favorite Backwing to go with her. Anything in gold is going to fit well, pretty much. Even this pickaxe, I use Lucky F because it's cool. But basically anything gold is going to be perfect. You see, this one's from season 8. And I think it fits the skin just as well. Anything yellow or gold like that, you know, it's just going to be perfect for the skin. It's just like the Naga situation. Like so many things are going to fit so well with this the skin right here. So you can do so much, so many outcomes. The Gold Digger is just as good. The reason why I like this one a little bit better because it's not really a gold shiny type like these. It's kind of like a straight up like rusty gold type of color theme to it. So yeah, so many outcomes. The contrail is crucial. The reason why I even brought it up because of the contrail. I think this goes so perfect with the skin. It's gold, like literally bullets coming out. That's dope. One of the best contrails they ever made, in my opinion. Definitely one of my top 5. But I think there's this thing called Golty Melty. There's a called Clockwork. I think that contrail worked just as much. Glider. I use the cruiser. Kind of gets that not trying too hard type of feel to it. But if you really want to go with the gold on gold on gold and everything, I would recommend this Classify one. I think it goes just as well. If you're trying to be up to modern standards, this one is pretty much like this if it was in chapter 3, you know. Um, yeah, it's just one of the good type of skins. Next up, we have Skull Trooper. You know I had to brought him up. This is a skin everyone. I remember back in the day, everyone's been wanting this skin to come back, bro. That's crazy. I'm really shocked they didn't give like the Skull Ranger a purple style, which is the female version of this. This skin can work just as well for this combo, just as much as Skull Trooper. I'm surprised they didn't give her a purple style, bro. And I had the skin. And, you know, if you bought it a year early, then when it re-released, you were given a purple style for Skull Trooper. The reason why I don't miss these purple try hard type of Skull Trooper combos because I don't have it. But Skull Trooper right here is so classic. I remember everyone was waiting for him to come back. He was teased in that trailer, that Fortnite Mirrors trailer, and obviously we all knew he was coming back. This is probably his most perfect type of combo you're gonna get for Skull Trooper. This Backwing was so commonly used. I think Myth created this, if I'm not mistaken. Someone like slapped this on Skull Trooper one day, and everyone was following the way, including myself. That's why I had to bring it up, because this is, if you want to feel nostalgic when you're playing Fortnite, I would recommend giving this like combo a try because it's pretty darn cool. It gives off so many nostalgic vibes. Even this the glider right here fits so perfectly with the color scheme because he has this white and black type of color scheme to it. So I think this is the most perfect glider. I don't think it's gonna get any more perfect than that. Contrail. Um, yeah, this is cool. It kind of gives off this like undead vibe to it. The scythe, or aka the Reaper now. Um, yeah, it's not. It's. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering so much. I haven't made a video in a minute, but this is probably the most perfect representation of nostalgia as far as the Skull Trooper goes. Myth uses, he made the skin iconic in my opinion. He used these two right here. This is like yin and yang right here. Like you cannot use any other, harvesting tool for Skull Trooper other than the scythe. I mean, if you use something else, it's not gonna feel right. So that's all I gotta say. I mean, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. The scythe and the Skull Trooper, they're literally made for each other. And even for the weapon wrap, I recommend getting, what's his name again? Fuck, I forgot his name. It's one of those newer, like, tryhard skins, the Black Ooze. That's what it's called. But this is literally perfect. It gives off like this nasty black color to it, and I think it fits well for Skull Trooper. See, I had to bring up Skull Trooper, and got two more combos to go. I'm gonna go with this one real quick. So, Loser Fruit. The reason why I brought her up, I try not to use icon skins as much, but for her, it's gonna be anything with a rainbow type of color. The reason why I brought her up even in the first place, because I think literally this is even a perfect wrap. I mean, obviously she has rainbows to her, so it's really not hard to make a combo on her, but this is the most perfect wrap for Loser Fruit. I don't even know if she knows this herself. I'm pretty sure she knows, but this is the most perfect weapon wrap for Loser Fruit. The reason why I don't use a Backwing for her, because she has this hoodie on, and her hair is in the way, so it's gonna kind of, let me show you. I mean, it's gonna clip through. It's gonna look silly. Actually, her hair goes. Oh my god, her hair goes a different direction. My bad. But you see how right there it's kind of clipping through her hoodie right there. That's why I don't like using backlings for her. But anything with a purple vibe, even the contrail, the rainbow contrail fits so well with that. For the glider, I would recommend using the rainbows and sunshines, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or rainbow right there, my bad. I mean, anything rainbow related is going to fit so perfectly for Loser Fruit. So, yeah, I had to bring it up because I think a lot of people don't know that you can make some awesome combos with Loser Fruit. Next up, the last but not least, Gold Trooper. I think a lot of people have this this Halloween skin because it was teased just as much as Gold Trooper when he came back. This was hype when he came back. I remember when it came back, I was like, what the heck? They really brought it back. But it was bound to happen sooner or later. But for this combo, I remember like when Chapter 2 came out, a lot of people, because she came back around the same time Chapter 2 came out, people were hyping up this pickaxe for her. I think it fits the color scheme overall. For the glider, if you have Storm Cell, you get this by killing the Storm King. Like I mentioned for challenges a while back. Perfect glider for her. Contrail, the same thing for the Skull Trooper. But this actually fits the color scheme, so that's another thing. This actually is a perfect contrail for Skull Trooper, in my opinion. Gives this like undead type of vibe. For the flipping weapon wrap, the feed is just as good. And if you really want to go accurate with the color scheme, I think the minty weapon wrap will fit just as well. Let me give it a better representation. It has that type of skin color tone to her, so I think it's the second best option for her color scheme right there. And then for the back bling, a lot of people use different type of back blings. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all, but I think I would rather go with this one right here. You can even use this one, and it don't even make sense, but I'll use this one right here, the Ghost Portal, because it fits a color scheme well. So basically, the moral of the story is, as long as it fits a color scheme, it's a perfect combo. But there you go. That's my top 25, or I should say 26, most godly Fortnite combos of all time. If y'all want a part 3, make sure if the video gets 10 likes, I'll drop a part 3. Next time I'll try to use a lot more male skins, because I know I didn't use as much male skins this time, because I try to use skins that a lot of people use, and a lot of people had, a lot of people want. So there you go. You have my most godly combos of all time, in my personal opinion. My top 3 favorites, in my opinion, are the ChunLi one. I think it's not going to get any more perfect than that. Next up, the Wonder. I was really like, hands down, like, oh, I know this is the best combo of all time. Like, I was really confident about these two right here. And then the third one I would like to mention is the Bright Bomber, I should say, because this is a perfect combo for her. I don't think, even if you change the pickaxe, it's not going to feel the same. Maybe this one will work, but this one's way cooler, the Rainbow Smash. But yeah, those are my personal top 3 favorites. Let me know in the comments if this video helped y'all with your combo selection. I know a lot of people are going to be rocking that ChunLi combo, let's be honest, because this is a lot of people are buying her each and every day. A lot of people don't know about this. I know a lot of people are going to use the ChunLi combo. I just know it. I have a gut feeling a lot of people are going to... I'm going to see a lot more people wearing my combo I created. I didn't create the pickaxe twist for it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to try out to save world character. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if you want to see a part 3 with more male skins. And yeah, it's your quality. Later.